Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Rebellion in the Rim for Star Wars Armada. If you aren't already aware, this is the next campaign pack coming for Star Wars Armada in Q3 of 2019, and it's going to have a lot of stuff in it. In addition to this campaign, that's going to be like smaller, fleet-focused, 3x3, allow you to play like quicker matches and get more done in a day. It's also going to have something really cool, which is a whole bunch of new cards for you to play with and mess with your normal new objectives, new squadrons, new upgrades. So today we'll be talking about the Squadrons. We already know some of them, but I'm going to speculate a little bit on what else we might get and what that might mean. Also, if you weren't already aware, the new giveaway is still running for the end of the month. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment. This giveaway is for the Star Wars Celebration exclusive Black Series Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And all you have to do to win those, or to enter to win, is to be a subscriber and leave a comment. And it's as simple as that. I typically announce winners towards the end of my videos, so make sure you watch all the way until the end. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the Squadrons for Rebellion in the Rim. So we already know about Lando. Lando is just overall an awesome looking squadron. Looks absolutely incredible. I'm very, very excited to play Lando. Of course, there's a huge opportunity cost here in that you can't use Lando as an officer. Lando is one of the best officers in the game. So if you take Lando as a squadron, you're going to lose the ability to take him as an officer because he does have the dot in front of his name. However, the Millennium Falcon does not have a dot in front of its name, so you're not really in this position where you're like, oh, can I fly Lando and Han at the same time? You certainly can, although who would want to, because Han is trash. He's hot garbage in this game. I'm saying that exaggerating a little bit, but for his cost, he just doesn't feel good enough. Whereas Lando, it feels like maybe he will be good enough, so I can't wait to get him on the table and start exploring with Lando and seeing just how much fun he can be. Plus, it looks like there's going to be some new objectives that kind of work with him a little bit. He just looks really, really fun. Additionally, we've already had spoiled IG-88B. IG-88B does have the B next to the ship name, so it is a different ship. Also, IG-88B looks super strong. So, like, these new squadrons, I think, are going to just be awesome. They're definitely trying to get people to go out and buy more Rogues and Villains packs, I'm certain. But yeah, IG-88B looks super great. 21 points, and I can't wait to see him kind of turn on, Death Blossom and just obliterate everybody. Yeah, so where do we go for the rest? Because we've still got a lot of other squadrons here, and they did say this was going to be using the Rogues and Villains squadrons to inspire all the squadrons here. So that certainly implies that we're going to have a new pilot for every ship in the Rogues and Villains pack, which is very, very interesting. So I want to talk about the other ones that they haven't spoiled yet and what I think they might be. So with that said, let's just jump right in. I have a feeling we're going to see for the Fire Spray. Now, keep in mind, they did just announce Clone Wars is coming, but I have a feeling we're not going to see Jango Fett, I don't think. I think they'll save him for maybe like a Separatist-specific pilot. So I have a feeling we're going to see Kath Scarlet in our Fire Spray. Now, I am borrowing some X-Wing artwork primarily because, well, X-Wing came first, and there's been a lot of things that X-Wing paved the way for that I think Armada has reaped the benefits for, and sometimes one points the way for the other. So there are multiple pilots of the Fire Spray in X-Wing, but I think Kath Scarlet is definitely the one that we will see. She just tends to be pretty strong. She tends to fly with Z95s, though, so that's an interesting thing. Maybe they'll do some kind of list building thing to allow an Imperial fleet to take Z95s. Or maybe, or maybe not. Maybe she'll just, have synergy with swarms. So instead of just being a rogue flying by herself, maybe she'll want to fly with other ships. Maybe she'll have swarm herself. Who knows? But I think it's going to be Kath Scarlet as opposed to other, Fire Spray pilots like Iman or anything like that. I think I'm guessing Kath. For the Jump Master, I think it's got to be Mana Rue, just because. She's basically Dengar's wife. I expect if they do Mana Rue, that it will be some type of deal where she's designed to work directly with Dengar, and they both get better by like being in close proximity. I think it feels thematic, although it's like a throwback to Legends that you just want to have both of them together. That would be my guess. And it might change up the way you not only fly, a Jump Master, but fly Dengar, because Dengar generally wants to be, with a group, as a support. But maybe with Manaru, he's like, all right, you and me, Hun, we're gonna go take it to these rebels. Maybe that'll be the case. Again, it's hard to comment and speculate on specific mechanics because they do so much out of the box thinking with these, like Lando's ability and IG-88s, where we've never seen those abilities before. So I have a feeling they're all going to be all new stuff. But I'm kind of talking about maybe the main idea of some of them. For the YV666, I have a feeling we'll see something like Latsrazi. It was a toss-up for me. I was thinking maybe Latsrazi or Moralo Eval, but I feel like Latsrazi is a little bit more popular as far as the character, and also if we're looking at abilities too, tractor tokens with in X-Wing, maybe we'll see some type of tractor or moving squadrons around ability in Armada. That would kind of be cool. That could potentially work, but maybe not. But something like that would be pretty interesting. The squadron itself in Armada has a lot of hull. It's a hard to kill ship in any game, really. But here, if it's deliberately messing with people, then it's gonna make you want to shoot it. So that could be a different strategy, because a lot of times people just tend to ignore these, especially with Bosk. You don't want to shoot Bosk and give him that free accuracy. So here's something maybe you do want to shoot it, and that would make it a little bit different. For the Rebel stuff, we're going to get into the Scourge, and I just think it's going to be Sol 6, and probably be kind of similar, to what we've already got. I can't really speculate too much on, look, the Scourge is just a really good bomber. Sol is also a good bomber too, but it might be maybe farther range, maybe kind of like a built-in Major Rhymer ability where you can attack at close range as opposed to distance 1, just for this one ship. That's a possibility. Might not be that though. Again, they may just have out of the box thinking for everything. Maybe it'll drop some kind of bomb token. I'm not sure, but I doubt that. I think it would probably still be bomber, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do with the Scourge. Now we're getting into some weird stuff now. The YT-2400 is coming up next. Now, initially I would have thought Lebo, because that was the other, that was Dash Rendar's co-pilot. But I feel like since Star Wars Rebels did a YT-2400 with Iron Squadron, I feel like we'll probably get Iron Squadron, and it'll probably be one of the Iron Squadron. My guess is for Mark Matten, who is Jun Sato's nephew. I think it'll be Mart Matten, who's actually based on Matt Martin from the Lucasfilm Story Group. Super cool guy, by the way. So I have a feeling it'll be that. And we've already seen, Pablo Hidalgo show up in X-Wing with Palob. So it's definitely, not without precedent that we can get somebody from the Lucasfilm Story Group in the game, because at least he was an X-Wing, but you could get somebody in one of these games because he's already canon too. He's already a canon character for Iron Squadron, and they did the whole YT-2400 episode in Rebels. So now that it's more hard canon, absolutely, there's no reason why not to. So sorry, Lebo, I don't. My vote is for somebody from Iron Squadron. So specifically for Mark Matten from Iron Squadron, just because it's canon, and plus And that's Andy Gutierrez too in the middle. So Gutierrez, I would also be happy to see anybody from Iron Squadron, but that would be really cool. And for the HWK-290, I do think it'll be Kyle Katarn. It's too much. You do have, like I mentioned, just Pablo Hidalgo. He was one of the pilots for it, but I feel like it's got to be Kyle. You've already got Jan Ors. You gotta have Kyle Katarn. Again, I think it'll be similar to the synergy with, I think that they'll do with Manaru and Dengar. I think you'll have a Kyle and Jan thing, but I could be totally wrong about that because Kyle and Jan didn't fly separate ships together, but I guess neither did Manaru and Dengar. So, but I think it would be really cool to see Kyle Katarn show up in game, and if that happens too, it's just a cool thing to see them pulling Legends characters. Now, again, this is all, me betting that they're going to do more Legends characters, but I think it's a good possibility. And it'd be great just to see Kyle Katarn showing up in something again that's both new and fun. So very happy to see Kyle Katarn show up. Hoping that they do put him on the Moldy Crow. be happy to see that. That'd be super, super cool. Some kind of force-based ability, maybe something kind of like Luke, but maybe a little bit more on the support element rather than the attack element, because, well, it's not really the most supporty kind of ship. Maybe it'll and maybe how Jan can support the defense of other ships. Maybe he can support the offense of other ships, like maybe in a Howl Runner, or maybe give like Swarm to nearby ships or something like that. Although part of me hopes it's not a range 1 or a distance 1 kind of thing, because that just slows down all of the squadron movement. Maybe you can give one ship an extra die when they're attacking, or a reroll or something. I don't know. But he's not real, or maybe he'll be more an offensive focused HWK. Maybe it'll be an HWK that's just got like sniper or something cool, and maybe you never know. So those are my predictions for the squadrons that we're going to see for Rebellion in the Rim. I do imagine we will probably start seeing some preview articles on this, and then probably before the end of the month, because we're getting in the middle of the year. It's not that far out that we can't expect some articles to start showing up. So, and there's a lot that they can talk about with this too. I mean, they can talk about the squadrons, they can talk about the upgrades, they can talk about the objectives, and they can talk about the campaign play itself. So I would imagine at least 4 solid articles based on Rebellion in the Rim. And if they're like 2 weeks apart, they could probably start those articles this month and still meet that Q3 or that early Gen Con pre-release. So that's my predictions. I would love to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with any of my predictions? Do you agree with some of them or none of them? Let me know who you think will be in these ships down in the comments section below. And if you see somebody else who left a comment that you agree with, be sure to give it a +1. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Go ahead and if you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Again, let me know what you think in the comments section. You can hop over to my Discord. We talk Armada there all the time. You can also check out Crabbok.com. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I also want to give a big shout out to my patrons. If you are a patron or are interested in becoming a patron, I've got some giveaways going on right now. I've got some Armada promos, X-Wing promos. I do giveaways on Patreon all the time as well. And those are in addition to the giveaways I do here on the channel itself. So I want to thank you again so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.